Hello everyone and welcome back to the Man's Kitchen. It's me, your host, James the Food Man. And today, my wife has been saying for the last couple days, there's a half a bag of apples in the fridge that's turning brown, do something with it. There's a half a brown of apples in the bag, do something with it. Been hearing it 3, 4, 5 times a day. And we're only awake together for about 2 hours. So that's a lot of hearing about apples. With that said, today we're going to make an apple crisp. Alright guys, I hope that those apples I showed you, that apple crisp looked amazing because we haven't made it yet and that is the future coming to the past. So, before we continue and I show you the ingredients, I just want you all to hit the subscribe button and obliterate or devastate or destroy the like button and leave me a comment down below. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And now we'll get to the ingredients. Your primary ingredient in apple crisp, of course, is apples. So I just peeled them, and then I use one of these apple cutter things. I like to cut them in half first because it stops this from drifting and causing the, sometimes the core, it's not always straight. If you cut them in half first, it just works a lot better. Then we've got some sugar and some cinnamon and some lemon juice and some brown sugar and some flour and some oats and some Pam, and we got some kosher salt, and in the freezer I got some diced up butter. So now we're gonna mix everything up and we're gonna make this apple crisp. So we have our apples in our bowl. I found a recipe for this online too. I'll link it down in the description below. I modified it a little bit. We're going to put our 2 tablespoons of sugar in here. Now his total recipe they called for was 1 3/4 cinnamon. I just put 2 full tablespoons because an extra quarter is not really going to matter. And they wanted 3/4 in here and 1 in the topping. So I'm just going to go half and half. I think this might be easier for you to kind of, take care of. And just mix this up with a little bit of the lemon juice. Okay, we're going to mix that up. Okay, and we're going to pour it into our pan after we pan the pan. There we go. Now, it says in a separate bowl you're going to mix everything else, and I don't understand why a separate bowl. Let's try not to dirty too many things. Especially when you're shooting these videos like this, and I have to have everything like this. If I wasn't shooting, I would just be scooping right out of the bags into this bowl. Okay, I'm going to get the butter out of the fridge. Alright, so I just got my cold butter, and we're just going to throw it in, and now we need to mix it up till we have like mealy pie dough type consistency. You could just use your hands, which is what I'm going to do. But some recipes say use a fork if you don't have one of those pie dough tools. I think they're kind of pointless. So I just did it all with my hands, and now I'm going to pour it lovingly all over my apples. And that is basically it. I'm just going to reach around to the corners and try and get all the cracks filled in. And yeah, I even eat some because there was a little chunk of butter that just looked delicious. And now that we've got that all patted in, we're just going to throw her in the oven. Okay, so I baked this for about 45 minutes, and we're going to come in with a spoon here and pull some out into a little bowl here. I let it cool down for a little bit while I went and did something else. And we're going to give this the official taste. So the apples are nice and tender. The oats on top are nice and oaty. The brown sugar is, of course, brown sugary. This is a home run knocked right out of the park. So if you like this video, devastate that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and until next week, you are in the Man's Kitchen.